So YouTube, I'm looking for your guidance. As you can see, this is my original cluster. And I think the biggest issue that I'm having with this vehicle is like the lack of relevant information with regards to certain issues. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to do like little YouTube clips on various issues that I encounter to kind of make it public. And I'm hoping that maybe someone else that watches this video will either make a comment or upload a video. So if you remember my previous video, I got this thing running. Finally was able to get it insured after going through 2 or 3 or 4 insurance companies, including the companies that insure my other cars that I consider historic or collectible. I finally figured out how to get insurance for this car. And after everything was buttoned up, I didn't expect my speedometer, my tach, my check engine light, nothing to work. So the only thing that actually shows up on this is the the EBS system. That light will display. The brake light will display. The mileage will display. But other than that, maybe I think a parking brake will display. But I get nothing else. I get no check engine. I get nothing. I get the gas doesn't work, the speedo doesn't work, and the tach doesn't work. I purchased a new cluster, and the new cluster doesn't work either, even though it was confirmed working prior to installation. So that means the lights don't work. The check engine light still doesn't work. The tach is actually stuck at like 1200. The gas is actually not functioning, and then the speedometer doesn't work at all either. So there's another issue here, and I think I know what it is, but I don't want to think that this is affecting it. So if you looked at some of my previous videos, I talked about a lot of the bypassing that I had to do to get the radio to work. I had to fix the temperature unit and so forth and so on. I did notice that my door locks don't work, and I kind of was able to go online and find some information pertaining to if that main head unit that controls the radio, if you go in and lock it, it won't work. But now I'm thinking maybe a lot of the information that's supposed to go to the speedometer is coming from that unit, which I found to be malfunctioning. And if that's the case, it would make sense because it's not sending any data to the speedometer. Now, I would like to think that that should not affect the speedometer or the tach or the gas gauge. And that's kind of where I need the YouTube community or the Maserati community for this particular vehicle to kind of maybe lend a comment as to the next step. I did see a few threads, older threads, where they talked about reprogramming being required for a speedometer after one person kind of hit something in the middle of the road. And then another person, or maybe two people, mentioned that anytime you change the battery or lose power, sometimes that could affect the speedometer. Now, if that's the case, the electrical problems that I knew about prior to purchasing this car go far beyond anything that I anticipated, because just about every issue that I did have with the car, I was able to fix. But this right here, to me, there's another ECU, I believe in the footwell of the driver's seat. Something like that to me should affect this, not that radio. But feel free to leave a comment, please. I'm kind of stumped, and I'm just kind of looking for some guidance as to what my next steps are. Again, I did buy the car cheap. So if it costs me a couple $1,000s to go to a Maserati dealership and get some type of programming, you know what, so be it. This is the last thing that's kind of holding me from putting this car on the road. But even that, I mean, technically, you know, I could download an app to navigate my speed. And, you know, but when you drive a car, especially one like this, you want everything to work. So just leave me some comments, maybe point me in some direction, send me some threads, send me some YouTube videos, whatever you can do to kind of help me with this situation would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.